Hey there, CutieinCosplay here with another video. In today's video I'm wearing my Sonya Blade cosplay because it's time to talk about Mortal Kombat. So specifically, I wanted to talk about the most recent announcement for Mortal Kombat 1. I wanted to kind of go over my hopes for this game as well as just kind of the future of Mortal Kombat in general. And if you stick around till the end, you'll hear a bonus story involving me and my younger self and Mortal Kombat. So yeah, let's get into it. So starting off with my experience of Mortal Kombat, it's just kind of a series that I've always been a little hot and cold with. Like, out of all the fighting games I've played, this one is I think that it has the most interesting setting and story that I find fascinating, and like especially more so the original timeline where the series it really felt more mysterious and kind of scary. It was just neat. But unfortunately the gameplay is something that I've never really been in love with. I've always just thought that the games played okay, but compared to other games in the same genre, at least in terms of the gameplay, it's just never been my go-to fighting game. But just that combination of its lore, characters, the world, and the gore, might I add, that's what's kept me interested for so many years. So after watching the trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, it gave me this hope that they would end up returning to this more like magical side of things, which I have always enjoyed. I really love the stories involving the monks and gods and ninjas, but the more recent games have unfortunately for me had too much of like a military or technology focus, too many elements like that, and it just wasn't to my liking at least. So I am really glad that this newest entry looks like it'll take place in the past, so hopefully no cell phones, guns, machines, just good old martial arts and magic. So I'm really hoping that we get a different take on the original story with maybe like some different outcomes that differ from the original timeline. Like for instance, one change that I would hope to see is that the older Sub-Zero doesn't die this time. I just think it would be super cool to see both brothers just fighting side by side together in like future stories. Like, how awesome would that be? Another change I would hope to see is maybe let Kung Lao be the hero this time, I feel like every time I see him, he always seems to be getting killed off. Like in the live action movie, in the animated movie, he just doesn't have good luck. Someone hates him somewhere. So I hope that he's treated better because he's just one of the coolest looking characters. Like, he's awesome. Come on, give him a chance. And my last hope for the story, I would really like to see it go in like a different direction. So like nothing from the originals. Like, you can always get an official remake of the original games that would tell us the original stories. So for this game and future sequels, I was really hoping that the outcome for the characters could be different. Like maybe Scorpion's family and his clan, they never end up just being completely wiped out, so he stays human because of that. There's so many possibilities for this like alternative timeline, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this and where it could go. So there's lots of possibilities. Now for my hopes in terms of the game modes, I'm really hoping that tag mode from Mortal Kombat 9 makes a comeback. I really enjoy this era of fighting games where they're putting more casual modes that can kind of interest people that usually don't really want to play fighting games. I think it's neat. Like, it's so much easier to convince a friend to team up and like lose or win together versus just beating them up in a 1v1 and they have no chance and you're not having fun because they're not as good as you. It's much better. I really like that. I like adding in friends or family. So yeah, I feel like they should just really keep the 1v1 for the hardcore tournament players, but add like fun multiplayer modes for us us casual fighting game fans that just really want to play with their friends or family. As for future games that I would hope for, I would really want another like adventure style Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks remake, Sub-Zero Mythologies remake, or just a brand new adventure. I mean, at this point, I would really honestly even take a remake of that Jax game, but just make sure that it's good. Mortal Kombat just has such a cool, unique world that I just don't want to be stuck in like one thing. I don't want to just be trapped in a 1v1 fight against someone all the time. So I would hope that they would expand on that a little bit. And also, I would really enjoy some optional co-op. And with that, that really wraps up my thoughts on Mortal Kombat and my hopes for the future, things like that. So if you watched this long, thank you so much. And if you're interested in watching longer, here's my story. So when I was younger, I used to just be absolutely terrified of Mortal Kombat 2. There was just one character in particular that would just, he was pure nightmare fuel, and that was Baraka. Just those sharp teeth and like scary looking eyes, it just always freaked me out. And it didn't help that when I first remember fighting him, it was on that tree stage where all the trees have those like super scary faces on them, so not a great meeting place. Just when I was growing up, Mortal Kombat was it was a scary series for me, but I couldn't help but play the games, whether that was like on arcade machines or collections. Just I was always drawn to it at some point or another. I never regretted playing them though, even if some of the fatalities scared the crap out of me, which honestly it's kind of funny to think about, since like some of those fatalities are just so goofy and so over the top, but still, you know, the music, the sounds, the atmosphere, it really gives those older games like some spooky Halloween vibes. It's great, and the perfect mixture to scare little kids, apparently. So that wraps up my little video about Mortal Kombat. Are you interested in Mortal Kombat 1? What kinds of things are you looking forward to? Maybe hopes for the game, or just hopes for the future of Mortal Kombat? Or specifically just Mortal Kombat 1 if you want. But yeah, let me know all that stuff in the comments. I read all of them and appreciate all of them. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!